Welcome to San Diego, California, America's finest city. We're here at Snapdragon Stadium to watch one of the perennial jewels of the bowl season, the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So SMU's offense takes the field. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defense...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
And the Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Quarterback just flat mid. Backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Pulls it in, it's Singleton. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long, you're gonna get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Arizona Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
The Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Takes the handoff. It's Harden. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him.
To move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Gets open down the middle.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Turning it on at the 20. Touchdown, Arizona. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
SMU, 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Pulls it, fired, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Just missed on the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Finds a little space. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Working that wide receiver screen.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass.
They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Burnett. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Trying play action. Looking deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Wants to throw it. Able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Brinson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Harden. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Jennings. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brinson. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Timeout, SMU.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it in this game there in San Diego, just another typical Holiday Bowl. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Holiday Bowl.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. To the air, it's Fafita. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Takes the easy completion. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Hudson. to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
He leaves it with his back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
The play action fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down. The quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
The kick is on its way. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. This offense has really been clicking in the game. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Works the middle of the field. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off play action. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! And the punishment has been extended.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. They closed it going up top for the final few inches in the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Caught behind the line. It's Harden. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. And he won't. Mustangs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Catch in the middle. It's Brenson. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books.